Good morning, it's Ada Sparks with a word of hope. My dad always taught me it takes 100 years to build a good reputation and 1 moment to destroy it. That always kept me on the straight and narrow, especially with an odd name like Ada. You know, Ada is not a name that everybody has, and so growing up I knew I really had to protect my name. And I always had I don't want to say pressure, but I guess responsibility to represent my parents and represent my church and my pastor. And in all reality, really, I was representing my God. And so I wasn't just protecting my name, but I was protecting a number of others that I represented. And I always took that responsibility very seriously. And so the decisions that I made, I weighed, who am I representing here? So when I made my decisions, I was careful in those decisions about who I was representing because of my reputation and their reputation and what people would say about the decisions that I was making. Because people talk. I remember one time being somewhere and I had left the establishment, and once I got to my car, I realized I had forgotten my keys. And I ran back inside to grab my keys, and everyone was talking about me. And it was like they all just grew silent. And I overheard them. They were saying something about me being a teacher, and oh yeah, and she teaches, da, da, da. And I was just like, oh, okay. It'd be like that. But people just do. They just talk about you. It's just the way it is. And so I guess what I would say is be careful in what you say about others, and be careful in what you give them to say about you. Live a life that when people say terrible things, people wouldn't believe it because you live a life of character. It says in Proverbs 11:9, a hypocrite with his mouth destroys his neighbor, but through knowledge shall the just be delivered. I want to be that just person that no matter what other people say, if it's awful, they're not going to believe them. And with my own words, I want to be careful that I never destroy people. The power of the tongue. Be wise, my friend, and not afraid.